Mr. Aaloka Anant. Mr. Aaloka is the CEO and founder of Maya Data Privacy Limited, an engineering-driven privacy AI company. Based in Dublin for past 14 years, Mr. Anant is an innovation-driven professional with extensive leadership experience. He excels in leading new product initiatives, defining business transformation strategies, and facilitating market rollout of technology products. Mr. Anand has extensive research and several publications in enterprise data privacy technologies. He actively contributes to academia through teaching and research at NCI Dublin. Beyond his professional endeavors, Aaloka is passionate about music, trekking in snow, and community services. Today, Mr. Anand will share his insights on impact of advanced technologies in healthcare with practical use cases. So please welcome Mr. Anand.
So keeping the context to healthcare, but I think Sirish sir and Safal sir has already talked a lot about machine vision and different sectors in which machine vision is making a difference, including automotive, packaging. So I'm bringing the third one, which is healthcare, where I would say it's not yet so much used. And that's where I asked, when I was given this opportunity, I asked GPT this question. So what are the hurdles in adoption of machine vision in healthcare? And the simple answer was, I think everybody will guess this answer, but it confirms data privacy and security. So now we are talking here a little bit more confidential information, personal information, which is there inside the scanned X-ray, for example, an X-ray report of a patient. We are talking about a health report, a blood test report, and things like that. So here it's not that simple that you can simply feed it to AI, but we'll go deeper into the use case when I go to the examples. But just keeping the first part on the problem. So there are three basic things which GPT explained to me as the top reasons for not getting the adoption in healthcare. The second biggest reason, again, not a surprise, is the regulatory compliance. So across the globe, different countries have different laws on how you can use data and how you can use, more importantly, personal and sensitive data. So regulatory compliance is another big topic. India as well, these laws have been passed. US, Europe is big one on this. And once you do all this, so you check all the boxes, the third problem which becomes prominent is integration with existing systems. For example, a system from Cognix, the data interfaces of this system to a different, to say a GPT-based system or an LLM system, and how this interchange information, combination of information from an ERP system, from an IoT system, and all that can be achieved. So these are three top problems identified by, say, GPT or the AI to define how and why is the adoption of machine vision not so much growing in healthcare. This whole problem is exaggerated with the global research. So today, if you see, no research is local, right? So Cognizant has presence in US, across the globe, I guess. And the same with, you pick any company today. So, and especially in healthcare, the companies are all global. So if you want to do a research, you will take data from India, from America, from Italy, Spain, and so many countries. Each country has its own regulations on what you can do with this data. China is another big minefield on privacy and data usage. So this whole research being global amplifies all these three problems. Okay. So what, is it not happening? It is happening. So it is happening. AI is being used. And in this slide, I just keep it to current trends. So it's across, it's not only healthcare, but how it's happening, you have data in different applications, you have data in files, and this whole set. So if you hear something about machine learning with ChatGPT or AI with AI LLM model, which is offering you answers on your questions. So they are trained on Wikipedia and things like that. they consume data to learn. So they are trained with publicly available information. Now, when the premises increase and you say, okay, this is not publicly available information, this is specific information which say only a pharma company like Roche has, Novartis has, then this channel basically breaks. You cannot simply give all the data to AI, right? In a similar way, the diagnostics data, that's very, very sensitive, and it can be very highly misused. I'll not go into deeper in what the misuse about, but the current method which is on using this data are challenged when you're going into personal and sensitive data, and more challenged when you go towards doing it across companies. So this data is held by one company, AI is a different company. The healthcare world is filled with a lot of vendors, a lot of suppliers in the whole chain of any process. If it's clinical trials, if it's just medicine administration, everything. So there are a lot of parties who would get access to this data. And let's take one example. You have a blood test report which is sent to AI from, it's actually a real example where a patient's data in Netherlands, in the Hague hospital. It was there with the staff of the hospital, and the person is a celebrity. He started getting flowers on his birthday. Now he was like, okay, celebrities' birthdays are published, but it was something specific related to his story and all that. So he was very surprised. How are people coming here and wishing me for something which I have not published on the internet? And this was in the hospital system because his date of birth was there. He didn't like it. He complained, why was my data of date of birth provided to everybody in the hospital? And the hospital was heavily fined because of the privacy regulations. So this is a real example from Europe, and there are many such examples. Like date of birth is a sensitive information. In India, you'll see a lot of card frauds and things. And why? Because if the date of birth is not protected, somebody has your name and last name and address and all that from Facebook, and this combined with date of birth and everything, you can easily, there's so many ways to do card frauds. So again, now these are some of the examples, and this is how the current trends are challenged. So what is it which is going to help this whole thing? How can we continue using AI? And this is where I come in. So solving the data usage problems with a different level or a different layer being introduced in the middle. This layer transforms the data, removes the identifiability of individual. And this layer should work on applications data, files data, and additionally, any interaction which this hospital staff is doing with the AI and the patient is doing with the AI. So all these things have to be secure. So the 3 points which we had as problems, it should be protected, it should be privacy preserved. So privacy and security. The second point on regulation. So it should be compliant in Europe as per Europe, in India as per India, and US as per US. And the third one, integration. You should be able to use an X-ray and a healthcare report from your health management system. And if you have an interaction with the hospital plan, so all should be integrated. So all this is what this additional layer is doing. So we did, I work with the company Maya. We work with hospitals where we do this already for the hospital. And this helps them use the data in a privacy preserved and secure manner for using AI and interacting with patients, third-party companies, and so on. So I'll stop my things. I think I have consumed the time, and let's go to the next section where we can have Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anand, for briefing us about the impact of advanced technologies in healthcare with practical use cases.